at 5 for 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
We're tracking a potent storm for the weekend that could bring us heavy rain and gusty winds. I'll have details on that coming up in your 5 for 6 forecast.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 4, a small town in Jenkins County is getting a major upgrade to its railroad tracks. We'll take you to today's announcement. Plus, some new businesses are coming to a Columbia County shopping center. What you can expect. And Christmas is coming early for some kids in Barnwell County. We'll take you to a Stuff the Bus event today as your news at 4 starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 4.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Archit Seshadri. Thanks so much for joining us. Brad and Jenny have the evening off. We start tonight at 4 o'clock with an arrest being made in a recent murder in Augusta. Police say that Tashana McDaniel is accused of driving the car involved in a murder on Wrightsboro Road. It happened Monday night at the Smart Grocery Store near Fox Trace. The victim, Jeremiah Griffin, was shot and killed in that chase. The name of the second suspect who's accused of doing the actual shooting has not yet been released. Another Augusta murder suspect is still wanted. 34-year-old Michael Mims is accused of shooting 19-year-old Tyler Smith. He was killed Tuesday night on Telfair Street in the Harrisburg community. 2 separate deadly crashes are now under investigation in Augusta. The first happened just before 8:30 last night. The coroner says a vehicle hit a bicyclist on Gordon Highway near Jimmy Dice Parkway. Authorities say the victim died at the scene. The second crash happened just after 9 last night. The driver of a car hit a pole on the Bobby Jones Expressway westbound ramp to Wheeler Road. Police say the driver died on the scene. Let's now take a look with our first one.
Also, that storm system bringing in rain during the afternoon hours. And then Sunday comes along and we're really going to be talking about some very heavy rain, very strong winds. I'll have all those details coming up in your 5 for 6 forecast.
Miller, thank you for those updates. Some new businesses are coming to the Petersburg Shops on Fury's Ferry Road, including Columbia County's first indoor pickleball court. News Channel 6's Hannah Latier with the details.
People may soon be able to buy some hardware and get some entertainment at what the owner is calling the Topgolf of pickleball, where the old Final Cut store used to be. In a plan revision proposal that the developer and architect recently submitted, they requested to divide the building into 2 units. One will be Fury's Ferry hardware store and greenhouse. The other will be Dinked Pickleball. It would have 10 indoor pickleball courts and a cafe that serves coffee and alcoholic beverages.
Augusta has beautiful weather a few months out of the year. The rest of the time, we want to be a place that people can come and play, enjoy pickleball. But more importantly, it's a communal gathering spot. We're going to have food and beverage services. We're going to have areas for rent for parties and corporate events. And so we really want to be a destination place for Augusta area.
The proposal will go to the county's Planning Commission on December 21st and the Board of Commissioners on January 2nd. In Martinez, Hannah Latier, WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, next time you head down to Savannah, you may see some businesses on River Street that have closed their doors permanently. Recently, Savannah's Sarah Smith takes a look at what exactly will happen to those businesses.
I'm okay with the change. My wife and I enjoy the live music, guitar player, something to bring the entertainment value into it. If the new bars were doing that, I'd be even happier.
Locals reacting to the replacement of 2 long-standing River Street restaurants, Bernie's Oyster House and Tubby's Seafood. Many say they are excited for the live music to come.
I think that really attracts people, tourists and locals out here, because I feel like you don't often see as many locals as you do tourists down River Street.
Yeah, for sure. That would definitely be someplace that we would go.
John Klein is one of the owners of Clearview Hotel Capital, which owns River Street Inn. He tells News 3 they are looking to bring a new energy to the iconic riverfront. Bernie's will be replaced with the Bootlegger, which will serve artisanal cocktails and food resembling the ambiance of the Prohibition era. Klein says they will have mixologist-level bartenders that will curate a craft cocktail menu. Tubby's will be turned into a low-country cuisine, casual live music spot called the Broken Keel. Klein says the spirit of the Broken Keel is whimsical and tipsy. You never know what can happen. He wishes nothing but the best to the owners of Tubby's and Bernie's.
Owners say the new businesses are expected to open by February. Barnwell County is making sure their children wake up with toys under the Christmas tree, hosting their annual Stuff a Bus event. Bria Smith has details on the story. The Barnwell County Sheriff's Office partnered with many of the organizations in the area for their second annual toy drive. Well, it is an opportunity for folks to drop off a toy of any kind at their community center. Well, their goal, to make sure that kids who wake up on Christmas morning have a nice, big, bright smile on their faces.
Communities that we have identified, some of them remain nameless because of the situation they're in. They're struggling. We're going to take it upon ourselves to help them. We'll keep them not exploited, but we'll make certain that when they wake up on Christmas Day, they'll have a toy.
If you were unable to donate during Friday's toy drive, police say they are still collecting those gift items at the Barnwell County Sheriff's Office. Holiday travelers will enjoy the sights and sounds of the season at Augusta Regional Airport. Starting today, musical performers will greet travelers in the baggage claim area. And the 3 days leading into the Christmas holiday, Wednesday through Friday, Santa will be flying into the airport. He'll meet with kids and take pictures from 9 a.m. until 11 on those 3 days. Coming up, many of you are still in that Christmas shopping mode, but if you need some help, experts say AI may be able to help you with a little bit of shopping troubles. A closer look next.
70 years ago, a local legacy was born that changed television forever.
Who would ever have thought that television would have become as important as it is, JB?
But throughout it all, one thing that has remained the same is the passion we feel for our community and the dedication we have to our viewers. WJBF News Channel 6, celebrating 70 wonderful years of coverage you can count on.
Barbecue cheeseburger. Welcome back, everyone. Coverage you can count on continues this hour in Jenkins County. Investigators we are there in Jenkins County as long waits could soon come to a little bit of a short thing because of the rail crossings. Federal funding was announced back on Wednesday to remove a blocked rail project there today. Leaders from Washington, including Pete Buttigieg, Secretary of Transportation, as well as John Ossoff, was there. WJBF News Channel 6's Graham Lee with details.
U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg coming to Millen today to discuss a project that will redesign 3 block train crossings. The $12 million project will be a big boost for the city. The grant is part of a $645 million investment going to 18 rural communities around the country. This will improve safety and wait times for residents, strengthen the supply chains, and create jobs for people in Millen. Buttigieg says one of the reasons they chose Millen was because of the continuing growth in the area.
The reality is that there's going to be more and more growth in terms of the supply chain traffic here. So we've got to make sure that it's compatible with day-to-day life in the community, and that doesn't become a burden that makes it harder for people to get about the community, which means deconflicting that rail traffic with ordinary vehicle traffic going on here in Millen.
The next step is to hit the ground running. The timeline is a little vague, but the project will take at least 2 years to complete. In Millen, Graham Lee, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Now to a potential holiday shopping cheat sheet with more shoppers turning to AI to help with their Christmas gift ideas. Becky Worley has all the details on how AI works with holiday shopping.
Wouldn't be the Christmas shopping season if the stores were any less hotter than they are.
Not everyone is a gift-giving genius, so the most 2023 thing you could do, ask an artificial intelligence bot for help.
So we built a tool really for people on your list who are hard to shop for.
Google Labs, ChatGPT, and other shopping-specific AI bots like Mercari's Merchat are all spitting out buying advice.
What we're doing is kind of shifting the workload. Instead of us manually browsing the internet, we're saying let's offload some of that exploration to the AI and have it come back with that list of potential ideas for us.
I try it by firing up the Google app on my phone. What is a good gift for a 54-year-old man with no hobbies? The AI options are kind of interesting. Here are a few gift categories to consider. gourmet foods and beverage gifts, tech gadgets. The results aren't so different from what I might get from a traditional search, but the fact that they're in sort of human language form makes it feel a little bit more like a friend is suggesting ideas to you. When I asked the Google generative AI for suggestions for my sister-in-law, who loves barbecuing her dog, and she drives a lot for work, it returns what feels like a personalized web article of ideas and a few links. To keep myself on budget, I asked ChatGPT for thoughtful gift ideas under $50, and it gives me a long list of ideas, and it reminds me the most important aspect of a thoughtful gift is the consideration you put into it. Experts say artificial intelligence being Santa's little helper is only the beginning of AI in retail.
This is something that we're going to see continue to evolve, but the notion of customer service is something that you can expect to change within the next couple of years. We're already accustomed in many respects to having chatbots for customer service. Well, those chatbots are going to get a lot more sophisticated.
Well, don't go away. Meteorologist Tim Miller-Hyatt is here with a look at your complete 5 for 6 forecast, which could include some possible rain.
I'm attorney.
In every way, each day. Local offices, local people, local service. Since 1937.
What makes the Icoats Law Firm different?
For starters, we've served this community for over 45 years.
And we know that every client is unique. We consider you friends, neighbors, and family.
We prove it in the way we fight tirelessly for your justice.
Let the Icoats Law Firm fight for the justice you deserve.
My dry eyes made me...
Now on News Channel 6 at 6, new developments are coming to Columbia County and Augusta. What new features are coming to Furious Ferry Road? Plus, federal leaders are in South Carolina. What brought them to the Charleston port? We'll explain soon.
I'm George Eskel in Clearwater, where the Christmas decorating is competitive. And this year, it's official. Out there somewhere, your news at 6 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Archit Seshadri. Thank you for tuning in at 6 o'clock. Brad and Jenny have the evening off. Coverage you can count on starts right now with new businesses coming to Petersburg shops on Furious Ferry Road. This includes Columbia County's very first indoor pickleball court. Hannah Latier with the details.
People may soon be able to buy some hardware and get some entertainment at what the owner is calling the Topgolf of Pickleball, where the old Final Cut store used to be. In a plan revision proposal that the developer and architect recently submitted, they requested to divide the building into 2 units.
This will bring activity back into the shopping center. I mean, Bilo was there for many years, and then Final Cut. I think this will be very healthy for not only the shopping center, but the neighborhood.
One will be Furious Ferry Hardware Store and Greenhouse. The other will be Dinked Pickleball.
We're so excited to bring Dinked to the Augusta area. So the pickleball craze is sweeping the nation, and we found out about it a few years ago. And I've noticed the rise and visited some concepts in other cities.
Named after a popular pickleball maneuver and the sound the ball makes when it hits the paddle, Dinked was thought of by Akers and his wife.
My wife and I have been looking at this for over a year, just looking at different concepts. A lot of the planning has gone on since September, so we incorporated in September our business and really started getting to the planning process.
It would have 10 indoor pickleball courts and a cafe or restaurant that serves alcohol.
But we're partnering with local chefs and food and beverage companies, and our plan is to have a full and complete restaurant that serves upscale bar food, kind of southern comfort food.
Akers says he's hoping for Dinked to be open by early spring, and Slavovsky says the hardware store and greenhouse should be open in February.
Augusta has beautiful weather a few months out of the year. The rest of the time, we want to be a place that people can come and play, enjoy pickleball. But more importantly, it's a communal gathering spot.
The proposal will go to the county's Planning Commission on December 21st and the Board of Commissioners on January 2nd. In Martinez, Hannah Latier, WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, meteorologist Miller, right? All right, Miller, thank you for those updates. Richmond County investigators have made an arrest in a recent Augusta murder. Tashana McDaniel is accused of driving the car involved in a murder on Wrightsboro Road. It happened Monday night at Smart Grocery near Fox Terrace. The victim, Jeremiah Griffin, was shot and killed. In that case, the name of the second suspect who's accused of doing the actual shooting has not yet been released. Transportation Secretary